जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम जय नित्य Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 हर साल गुरु जी को देखो जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जय राधा वृंदावन सुंदर राधा वृंदावन सुंदर राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे जय निताई गौरंग निताई गौरंग निताई गौरंग जय निताई गौरंग जय वृंदावन धाम, वृंदावन धाम, वृंदावन धाम, जय वृंदावन धाम। जय जय प्रभुपाद, 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद। निताय गौरा हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल। जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजक स्तोत्र शत श्रीमद् His Divine Grace Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON Samstapacharya with the whole world Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishvrinda ki jai. Namacharya Shaidas Thakur ki jai. Shait Goswami Prabhus ki jai. Prem se Gaur Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. वृंद देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 3. Krishna is the source of all incarnations. Text 16. Surasurana mudadim matnata mandarachalam dadre kamata rupena prishta ekadashe vibhuhu. Surana mudadim matnata mandarachalam dadre kamata rupena prishta ekadashe vibhuhu. Surana mudadim matnata mandarachalam dadre kamata rupena prishta ekadashe vibhuhu. Drishta ekadashe Surana mudadim matnata mandarachalam dadre kamata rupena ekadashe vibhuhu. Surana mudadim matnata mandarachalam dadre kamata rupena prishta ekadashe vibhuhu. Surana mudadim Matnata Mandarachalam Dadre Kamata Rupena Prishta Ekadashe Vibhuhu. Sura, the theists, Asuranam, of the atheists, Udadim, in the ocean, Matnatam, churning, Mandarachalam, the Mandarachala hill, Dadre, sustained, Kamata, tortoise, Rupena, in the form of Prishte, shell, Ekadashe, the 11th in the line, Vibhuhu, the great. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The 11th incarnation of the Lord took the form of a tortoise whose shell served as a pivot for the Mandarachala hill, which was being used as a churning rod by the theists and atheists of the universe. Please repeat the translation. The 11th incarnation of the Lord took the form of a tortoise whose shell served as a pivot for the Mandarachala hill, which was being used as a churning rod by the theists and the atheists of the universe. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Once both the atheists and the theists were engaged in producing nectar from the sea, so that all of them could become deathless by drinking it. At that time, the Mandarachala hill was used as a churning rod, and the shell of the Lord Tortoise, the incarnation of Godhead, became the resting place, pivot for the hill in the sea water. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanathimirantasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Vancha kalpatarubhishya kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Surasuranam udadim mattatam mandarachalam dadre kamata rupena prishta ekadashe vibhuhu. So this is the 11th incarnation described by Suta Goswami to the sages of Naimisharanya. And this is a very special incarnation of the Lord. He is come in the form of tortoise. And this particular pastime is something which Srila Prabhupada describes, that even the Suragana, Yasyantam na vidu Suragana devaya tasmai namaha. It is said that the Lord's form is such that Yasyantam means you cannot find the end of his activities. Everywhere the Lord is exhibited in this beautiful pastime. And of course, the Lord in his beauty, in his form, in his leelas, everything, if you see, each and every attributes is something which is expanding and doesn't have any end. Yasyantam, doesn't have any end. Even Suragana, even the demigods and the demons, they also cannot understand what is the limit of the Lord. So this is a very special pastime, very detailedly explained in the 8th canto. And how the Lord is in this incarnation is expanding, means there is no anta for his Leela. That has been explained by Shukadeva Goswami to Maharaj Parikshit. Maharaj Parikshit asked a question. What was the question? He asked that Sri Raja Vacha Yata Bhagavata Brahman Matita Kshira Sagara Yadartam Va Yataschadrim Dadrambu Charatmanaha Yatamritam Surai Praptam Kim Chanyat Abhavat Tata Etad Bhagavata Karma Vadasva Paramadbhutam. It is said that Maharaj Parikshit wanted to know about this incarnation of Kurma. So he said, why and how did Lord Vishnu churn the ocean of milk? Just see the question. What is he asking? Why and how did Lord Vishnu churn the milk? And what are we reading today's verse? Sura and Asura. They are churning the milk ocean. Looks like contradictory. Both are true. Both are true. If you hear who has churned the milk ocean, generally if you answer the Sura and Asura, one side Sura were there, other side Asuras were there. And we know the Lord has taken the form of tortoise. And here Parikshit Maharaj is asking how Lord Vishnu churned the ocean of milk. So how to understand this? So it is just like two kinds of views are there. One is bird's view and another is detailed view, going little into details. So in this verse, today's verse, it is bird's view. Bird's view means seeing from top, you see one side Asuras are there, other side Suras are there, and the churning is happening. So that is the detail when you see from top. And what is the details if you go into depth? That is nicely explained by Shukadeva Goswami. It is said that entire churning without Lord Vishnu it was not possible. That is the reason Parikshit Maharaj is asking, how did Lord Vishnu churn the ocean? How this entire Samudra Manthana means churning, happened. How Lord Vishnu did this. So that is nicely explained. It all started with the pastime wherein once Durvasa Muni came to the Indraloka and he was seeing Indra was passing on Airavarta on his Vahana, elephant. And it is said that while he was going, immediately Durvasa took out his garland and offered to Indra. Indra, he took his garland and he gave it to his elephant, Airavarta. So Airavarta was somehow, he got little irritated with the smell of the garland or something. It is said that he took the garland, put it down and smashed it with his foot. And who gave the garland? Durvasa. So Durvasa got very angry with Indra and he cursed. Durvasa is very famous for curses. So very badly he cursed. What was the curse? He said, the garland is a place where Lakshmi resides and it is being disrespected by you. I cannot see fault in Airavarta. I see fault in Indra only. Indra, why did he give the garland to elephant? Elephant doesn't have any brains. So he gave, it's your mistake, you didn't honor it properly. And Airavarta stampled. So like that, Durvasa cursed, telling that Lakshmi is disregarded in your kingdom. It's been put stampled down. And Lakshmi, you should be bereft of Lakshmi. All good fortune will go away. With good fortune, you will get all strength and everything is lost. It was a curse given by Durvasa Muni. So it is said that after that curse, Srila Prabhupada says in the purport that sometimes the mada, sometimes the lot of wealth and fame and strength and so many things, whatever opulences are given, if you don't recognize that is given by the Supreme Lord and you think I possess it, that has been occupied in the brain of Indra. Sometimes because of that, this activity would have happened. Indra felt he was too proud of his position. And because of that, Lord arranged this pastime and he lost everything. And after that, immediately Bali, it is said that Bali Maharaj was especially favored by time. And Bhagavatam says he is also favored by a spiritual master. Who was Bali's spiritual master? Bali's spiritual master. Shukracharya. So Shukracharya favored Bali and all the demons. Bali was the main king of the demons. So it is said that there is always fight between the demons and the demigods. And after this curse, the demons attacked the demigods and they lost some portion of kingdom. And like that, consecutive wars happened, and it is said that everything was lost. They didn't add anything. And they are completely bereft of the entire Indraloka also. And they approached Brahma. Brahma said, what I can do, I am also ordinary person. Indra, Shiva, Brahma, all put together, they said, let us go to Lord Vishnu. And again, they went to Shvetadvipa. At Shvetadvipa, they stood, they didn't have darshan of the Lord. And it is said that they cannot have darshan of the Lord. And they prayed wonderful prayers. And the prayers were answered. The Lord appeared. It is said in the Bhagavatam, Lord appeared. And he gave a plan to the demigods. It is said that Lord gave a plan. What was the plan? First of all, you should go and have truce with the demons. So this is something which is, if you have some grievance on somebody, especially is a deadly enemy, if you have an enemy, a deadly enemy, and if you tell go and have friendship with him, what will be your reaction? You'll say, impossible, I cannot do this. But the Devatas were great souls. That's why they are Devatas. They obey the orders of Lord Vishnu. They agreed. They accepted it. Okay, we are ready. We are ready to have a truce. But Lord Vishnu gives a logic what you have to do. What was the logic? He gives the logic of snake and mouse logic. It is said the snake and mouse logic. What is the snake and mouse logic? Prabhupada explains in detail. Vishnu didn't explain the detail, but he said, use the snake and mouse logic to the demigods. But what is the snake and mouse logic? It is said that once the snake and mouse is caught in a trap, and snake approaches mouse, see, if I kill you, then I'll be killed. So I will not kill you. What you can do is you make a hole so that both of us can escape from this trap. So this is the understanding between snake and the mouse. And the mouse thought, okay, I'll be freed, and immediately made a hole. And what happened? As soon as he made the hole, the snake ate the mouse and he escaped from that hole. So Prabhupada explains this. This is what Lord Vishnu told to the demigods. Now you use this snake and mouse logic. You have a truce with the demons and tell them that you will also get some share of the nectar by churning the Kshira Sagara. So that was a project given by the Lord. That was an idea given by the Lord. So somebody may say that, Prabhu, what is this? Lord can immediately bestow, no? Take all the opulences you have lost. Why did he do this? So Prabhupada explains in the purport, he says that it is a pastime of the Lord. Lord wanted to enjoy this Samudra Mantara pastime. It's not an ordinary thing just to lift the Mandara mountain. He explains all the details. There is a golden mountain. He says that I will come and help you to lift this mountain and place it in the Kshira Sagara. And you should use, with the help of Vasuki, you should churn this Kshira Sagara. That was a plan. And of course, you have to put some, while churning, you should put some herbs, some vegetables, fruits, trees, and other things into the ocean. So that was the plan given by the Lord. And he said, very important instructions given by Lord Vishnu. He says that while this entire churning is happening, you should take care that you should be very patient. You should have a lot of patience. You should not lose your patience. And you should be composed. You should not become angry on these demons. Demons may behave very awkwardly. You should not become angry. And whatever necessary is there, sometimes demons takes away, you should keep quiet. You should not worry about it. You should not get agitated. So all these instructions given by Lord Vishnu to the demigods. The demigods agreed. Yes. Very important instruction, no? Whenever we do some activity, any work in this material world, we lose patience, we tend to become anger and agitated. So this is the instruction given by Lord Vishnu. Don't become agitated. Wait with patience. Whatever results will come, automatically will come to you. So this is what the Supreme Lord told to the demigods. And he said, apart from that, there will be Kalakuta which comes. Don't become fearful. I'll arrange what has to be done. And then, without any greed, you continue this churning. Don't be too much anxious that when will I get the nectar. The ultimate thing, the nectar is the last thing which has been obtained. That is where all the demons and demigods have to do the churning for. Lord had a plan that only demigods will get that nectar. So that is already told by the Lord. So you should patiently wait. You should not get angry. So like that, it is said that Lord told and Lord disappeared, and all the demigods offered obeisances, and they go back. Especially Indra and other demigods approaches Maharaj Bali. So it is said that when they approached Maharaj Bali, all the demons thought now the demigods have come to attack again, and they also became ready to counterattack. But Bali Maharaj is little sensible person. He immediately stopped all his associates. So they are not coming for war. Let us wait and watch for what they are coming. So all the demigods headed by Lord Indra comes and gives the entire proposal to the demons. So the demons headed by Bali Maharaj hears everything. And demons started thinking that these devatas are very weak, and what they will take this nectar, very easily will snatch away the nectar and will obtain, and we will drink it. So that was running in the mind of the demons. And the demigods thought that, okay, we will not allow this nectar to go into the hands of these demons. Then everything is lost. So like that, both were thinking. What is the difference between the two? What is the difference? Both are thinking that let us snatch away. Let us snatch away both are doing the same activity. Both should get the required, you should be do justice to both. But both are thinking that let us snatch away the nectar. What is the difference? Demigods are following the Lord and demons are not following the Lord. They are thinking only for their sense gratification. They want to enjoy for themselves. And they are following the instructions. Demigods are following the instruction of the Supreme Lord. And who will be victorious? The demigods will be victorious. Prabhupada writes in the purport. He said, demigods will be victorious. Always victory will be there in the side of Lord Vishnu. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partha Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhutir, Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. In the Bhagavad Gita, last verse, Sanjaya says, wherever Krishna is there, wherever Arjuna is there, always victory is always there in their side. So like this, we can see that both had their intentions of getting the nectar. And both went to the Mandara, the foothill of the Mandara, and they uprooted the Mandara hill. It's very huge. The ordinary mountain means it is rocks will be there. It is said the rocks weight as compared to volume will be the same, but gold, solid gold is too heavy compared to the rock. And it was fully solid. The Mandara mountain was fully solid. It's too heavy. They somehow uprooted, went for some time, but it is said it's so heavy that many demigods and demons got crushed under this Mandara mountain, lost life, and they gave up. We cannot lift this mountain. The demigods actually, it is said, Vishnu had told, I will come and lift this. But they themselves were very eager to get that nectar, no? All the demigods and demons, they put effort. But Lord immediately came, appeared there, and revived the demigods and demons. They immediately, by his glance, both were alive. And he easily took the Mandara mountain in his hand and placed it on Garuda and went to the Kshetrasagara and placed it in the ocean. And Garuda goes back to his abode. And he said, Lord stays there. Where the question comes, Maharaj Parikshit. So what will Lord do now? So Lord will instruct to go to Vasuki and as a churning rod's rope, asks him to come play as a churning rope, and the churning should happen. And it is said that Vasuki was also reluctant. He was thinking that no, this is not so easy. I will be killed in this churning. Then the demigod said, no, it is plan of the Lord. Lord has instructed you. And don't worry, you will also get a share of nectar. And Vasuki said, okay, I am getting nectar means what is the problem? I will come. So Vasuki came. And he said it was wound up, means tied in the churning rod, Mandara hill. And it is said that churning starts. And demigods headed by Ajita, Lord Vishnu, took the side of the head of the Vasuki. And immediately the demons opposed. Arey, why are you giving me the tail? We don't want the tail, we want the head. Prabhupada says this is the mentality of the demons. They keep observing what the demigods do. Demigods do. He says that demons in this material world also keep troubling the devotees. They keep observing how to trouble these devotees. So Prabhupada in this, he was drawing a parallel that how the mentality of the demons. So they immediately saw, they wanted to take the head and they don't know what is going to happen. Because the churning is happening from the mouth of Vasuki, fire is getting emanated. And many demons are dying in that. Lord Vishnu, Ajita, he smiles. And he didn't, as per the instruction, the demigods also refuted or fought back. They accepted the tale. And it is said, just 4 times they did the churning. The 4th time, entire Mandara mountain, because of its weight, it went inside the ocean. And everybody gave up. They didn't know what has to be done. And it is said that immediately the Lord in the form of tortoise appeared there. Kurma avatar appears. And it said, Lord is very huge. What is the size of the Lord? It said that it is Laksha Yojana. 800 miles. 800 miles. 1 mile is 8 kilometers. You can count what is the size of it. It's like a big island. The Mandara hill is also very huge. The Lord is also taken that big form. Laksha Yojana. And he enters into the Ksheerasagara and he acts like a pivot. And it said that this Mandara mountain is placed on the Lord and Lord doesn't have any effect on his back. Very easily has lifted. How is the Lord feeling? It is said in the Bhagavatam that we have seen some pictures. There is a Titan or Hercules lifting a very big earth, or it is said some celestial earth is lifting and is fully bent like this. Lord effortlessly is put a very big Mandara mountain on his back. So that is the power of the Lord very easily. And it is said that the Mandara mountain is actually scratching the back of the Lord. And Lord is feeling great pleasure out of it. Just like a person, if he has some scratches, he'll feel pleasure. So Lord is having a scratch in the back, and the Mandara mountain, the demigods are churning, it is scratching the back on the Lord. And he is feeling great pleasure out of it. And it is said that the entire churning starts. And again, so both sides, the Lord is standing and encouraging them to churn. Pull. बोलते ना जोर लगा के ऐसा. Lord is standing in both sides and encouraging both demigods. Pull karo. Pull this side. And the demons are also pulling. And it is said that in this entire churning, there are three personalities involved. One is the Devatas, the second is the demons, and Vasuki. And all are in the three different modes. The Lord enters into them, enters into the demigods and gives more mode of goodness so that they can pull the Vasuki and do the churning nicely. And the Lord entered into the demons in the mode of ignorance to encourage them to pull. Mode of passion. And the Vasuki gives a strength to withstand that pressure in the mode of ignorance. So all the three modes the Lord enters, and again Lord is again encouraging from both sides. And to again balance the entire Mandara mountain, Lord is sitting on the tip of the Mandara mountain to balance it. Because they are pulling, the entire Mandara mountain may fall down also. The Lord is sitting there with hundreds of his hands like this, and it is said that Indra, Shiva and other demigods went and they expanded and offered flowers and nice prayers to the Lord, Supreme Lord, on the top of Mandara mountain. And the churning happens, and it is said that first and foremost, what comes out is the poison comes out. It is said that when poison comes out, immediately all the Devatas and the demigods again were perturbed. It is said, Lord Vishnu and all the Devatas, demigods, everybody goes to Lord Shiva and prays. They offered wonderful prayers and requests Shiva to come and do something for this Kalakuta, the poison which is there, and get relief so that the entire churning can resume. Because lot of demigods and demons, because of the poison, they started dying. So a question may arise. Now why Prabhu, Lord Vishnu didn't do anything? Lord Vishnu himself went to Shiva with the demigods. So it looks like Lord Shiva is supreme. So it is actually said, Madhvacharya, a very prominent Acharya in Gaudiya Madhva Sampradaya, he says that this is actually the plan of the Lord. Lord wanted to glorify his devotee, Lord Shiva. Easily Lord Vishnu could have solved this problem of Kalakuta, but he wanted to glorify his pure devotee, Lord Shiva. That is the reason he directed, let us go to Lord Shiva. And including him, he went there and gave full, it is said that how in the Mahabharata war, all credit, although Lord has killed all the Kauravas, but still he wants the credit to go to the Pandavas, headed by Arjuna. So similarly here, Lord didn't want to take full credit of the entire pastime. He wanted to give the credit to Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva very easily came. It is said that he is Ashutosha, very easily is pleased. And he wanted to safeguard the entire living entities and the demigods and demons. He came and took in his cusp, in his hand, all the poison and he drank it. And he stored it in his neck, in a line. And that's why he is known as Neelakanta. So that is the pastime where the first and foremost what has appeared is Kalakuta. Like that, after that there is 14 Ratnas which comes out one by one while churning. The first and foremost Ratna which comes out is Surabhi. While they are churning, now of course the Lord is there in both sides. We can see the Parikshit Maharaj's question that how did Lord churn this milk ocean? So Lord is only churning. Who is pulling from both sides? Because it is said that demigods and demons are getting exhausted. Only the Lord is churning the milk ocean. And the Lord is there on the top, Lord is there on the down. And also in the Vasuki, the Lord has entered in ignorance and passion and goodness. The demigods and demons also, the Lord is entered. So entire churning, who is doing now? In detail, the Supreme Lord. And one by one, the different gems comes out. 14 gems, it has been compiled. What all the gems which comes out? One is Surabhi. It is a transcendental cow which produces unlimited milk, yogurt, ghee. It is said that as soon as Surabhi comes out, the sages take possession of this Surabhi cow. For what reason? They had to perform lot of sacrifices. They took the possession of Surabhi. And next comes Uchchaishava. Uchchaishava is the horse which has 7 heads. And who took the possession of this horse? Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj immediately said, this is what is into my possession. I want this horse. Then demigods headed by Indra said, okay, you take it. They are just following what instructions given by the Supreme Lord. And then comes Airavata. Airavata will have 4 tusks and a white elephant. And of course, Uchchaishava is taken by Bali Maharaj. Airavata should go to Indra. Indra takes that position with 8 more elephants which can go in different directions. And it's said that the Airavata has 4 tusks, and each and every tusk has the glories of Kailasha mountain inscribed on the tusk. So that is a very special elephant, Vahana of Indra. And then comes Kaustubha Mani and Padmaraga Mani. There is the jewels of Lord Vishnu, which Lord Vishnu decorates his chest with these jewels. And then comes Parijata, the divine flowering tree. Demons are not interested. Taken by the demigods, headed by Lord Indra. Then Apsaras comes, headed by Ramba, Urvashi, Menaka and others. So celestial, who are they are said to be the Apsaras in the heavenly planets. So that is being taken by the Devatas. Then comes Lakshmi. Everybody so much attracted by Lakshmi that everybody is interested. Demons also, demigods also. But Lakshmi is very chaste. It is said she is very chaste. She is only looking for the Supreme Lord. And she takes the garland, goes to the Supreme Lord and puts the Varamala on the Supreme Lord's neck. And everybody understood she is an eternal consort of Lord Vishnu. And then comes Varuni. Varuni is an intoxicating beverage for all the goddesses, demigods. And then Dhanvantri comes, and then Chandra, the moon god, then Kamadhenu, the wish-granting divine cow, and Kalpavriksha, then Sharanga, the bow of Lord Vishnu, it is possessed by Lord Vishnu only, and Shanka, again possessed by Lord Vishnu. And finally, it is said that Dhanvantri brings the nectar in his hand. And as soon as they see the nectar has come out, what happens is the demigods will snatch away the nectar and run with the nectar. And it is said that again the demons snatches away the nectar, and the demigods will approach the Supreme Lord. And the Supreme Lord assumes the form of Mohini Murti, and Mohini Murti makes both of them understand, makes them sit, and it is said that entire nectar was given to the demigods only. Only one demon, Rahu, enters into the side of demigods. As soon as Supreme Lord comes to know, he takes his Sudarshana and cuts his neck. And it is said that before the nectar entered into his body, his head was chopped. So that is the pastime, entire pastime wherein the nectar was given to the demigods. And the demigods became again powerful, and again there was a war, and the demons were defeated. So this is a very wonderful pastime. We can see that each and every aspect where the Supreme Lord is there, and how in each and every stage Supreme Lord gets involved, and he helps the demigods. So some of the lessons what we can learn from this pastime is that we in this material world also, we are endeavoring in so many things. We endeavor in so many activities. There are so many hurdles which comes, so many difficulties which comes. And ultimately, for all this difficulty, what we have to do is depend on the Supreme Lord. And the Supreme Lord also arranges in such a way that these hurdles can be easily surpassed. But there will be some gems also comes, Ratnas also come. And is our goal to accept this Ratna and enjoy? No. The ultimate is the nectar. Nectar is going back to the spiritual world. So it is said that always we should remember that in this material world we are there to go to the spiritual world. Ultimate goal is going back to the spiritual world, wherein that is our constitutional position. We should not forget that. But what we do is, we as and when we engage in this material world, we get engrossed. We forget our astitva. What is the reality? And one more important thing is that demons and demigods are there in our body. In our body inside. Now we have to see whom we should feed. We should feed the demigods. It is said in the Bhagavad Gita, there is a divine nature and demoniac nature. Both are there in us. So now we have to see whom we have to make him fast and whom we have to feed. So divine nature has to be fed, so that more and more we need to approach the Supreme Lord. And whatever anarthas are there, that should not be fed. If you feed the anarthas, then the demoniac nature will empower us. And the purpose is lost. Completely will lose, going to the ultimate goal, going back to whom? Back to God. So this is a very interesting pastime wherein we can see the Kurma Avatara, where each and every aspect the Lord is there and doing this pastime. I shall stop here. If anybody has any questions, you can ask.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
After this.
As the law of karma, if you have to understand, if we work, we will get the result. So here both demigods and the demons both worked to get the nectar. Of course, some are the demons are they don't have patience. They want to snatch and have it whole of the nectar for themselves. But still, they are also worked for the ocean nectar to come out. So for that work, that karma, they did not get any result, or they got some result? Because demigods worked, they got whole nectar, and demons worked, it appears that they did not get anything.
Actually, if you see I'll say that little bird's eye view, it is said that all the demons lost, the Bali Maharaj again put endeavor. If you see the next pastime which comes, he was also again powerful. He became powerful. He got back the kingdom, heavenly kingdom. And Vaman Dev took away entire thing from Bali Maharaj. He was glorified. He was part of the pastime of the Supreme Lord. Again, the demons were not rejected completely. They were given the position of in the Sutala planet. It is said that Sutala planet is much more opulent than the heavenly planets, what Indra possesses. In that way, anybody who does some service for the Supreme Lord, Lord will not reject them. Some or the other gift is also given to the demons also. At that moment they were rejected, but again they also got a time where they also got a planet where it's much opulent than the demigods. So that is one thing. And secondly, we can see that this, as you said, this karma siddhanta, the demons karma siddhanta, it's not karma siddhanta. The entire act is a devotional activity because it is acted as per the plan of the Lord. In that way, if you see, the demigods are getting benefited because they are doing devotional service, the result is also got. So it is not a karma siddhanta in perspective of the demigods. In perspective of the demons, again, they also did service. They also got back much opulent planet as compared to the demigods. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
In case of Varahadev, we have a lot of temples and other avataras, but Kurmadev temple I have not seen.
We have Srikakulam in Vishakhapatnam, not Vishakhapatnam, Vizag, Srikakulam. Is a city town known as Srikakulam. That deity is Swayambhu and worshipped by Ramanujacharya.
Okay.
That is there. That is the only Kurmavatara temple.
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you.
Yes, Mataji.
यस प्रभु, डैमीगोड्स को नेक्टर मिल गया, बट ऐसा बोलते हैं कि डैमीगोड्स की लाइफ भी लिमिटेड ही होती है. दे ऑल्सो चेंज. डैमीगोड इज ओनली अ पोजिशन. सो हाउ डू यू अंडरस्टैंड प्रभु, हाउ देयर लाइफ इज
आपके प्रश्न है कि उनको नेक्टर मिल गया तो लंबा होना चाहिए, मतलब मरना ही नहीं चाहिए?
यस प्रभु.
नहीं, एक्चुअली इनका जो नेक्टर लेने से द नेक्टर व्हाट दे हैव ऑब्टेन्ड, इट ओनली एनहांसेस देयर लाइफ स्पैन, दैट्स ऑल. देयर लाइफ स्पैन इज एनहांस्ड. Like for example, it is 100 years, they may get 1000 years. So like that, each and every demigods, the lifespan is defined, even up to Brahma. Even if you calculate Brahma's lifetime is like, it's very, very huge, means you can't even imagine. It's just like, I gave the example of insect, which takes birth in the evening. By sunrise it will die. And for that insect, if you tell there is a human being who can live for 100 years, that you will not be able to understand. He is living for few hours. And for him to understand the lifespan of a human being who live for 100 years, first of all he has to understand what is years, because he lives for only hours. So like that, if you see, Brahma's lifespan is very huge, very big. Sahasra yuga paryantam aharyat brahmano viduhu. It's like 100 years if he lives, that calculation is there, which cannot be conceived. But there is a lifespan. He has to die. He has to give up his body. And again, when you say about Brahma, it's a position. Brahma may change, somebody else may come. It's like a CM, PM position. Anybody can come. Indra is a position. So anybody can become Indra. They said the next Manvantara, Bali will become the Indra Dev. So that is all been defined. The entire lifespan is being defined. So even they drink nectar, their lifespan is supposed to be 1,000 years. That is defined as 1,000 years. Even if you go and kill him, they will not die. They will be revived. That is the speciality of the taking nectar. Untimely death will not happen. That is the only idea of it. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जाए, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जाए.